that's a good baseball team. I think Gilbert just pitched masterfully tonight. Those guys yesterday came out swinging the bats against Southeastern Louisiana's #1 starter, who's a prospect, Josh Green, and they hit him pretty hard. And I will say this, they're a really free-swinging team, and they hunt fastballs, and they look to pull the ball a lot. And I think Alan Dunn had a great game plan going out there against them tonight, and I think that Caleb Gilbert executed that game plan just masterfully. He was really tremendous. That's 2 nights in a row we didn't walk a batter with our starting pitchers. And I don't know if Beck or Fontenot walked a batter, did they, in either night? So we didn't walk a batter for 2 nights, which was wonderful. And if not for a drop throw there at first by a backup player, we would have had 2 errorless games. You know, this left-hander, frustrated us a little bit in the early innings. We hit a couple balls hard in the first inning. Bad luck. We started the runner. The guy's covering second base, and we hit the ball right at him. Otherwise, we'd have had a base hit up the middle. And then Bo Jordan smoked one, and the second baseman made a nice play. But except for the base hit by Bo to left field, we didn't really have a lot of hard hit balls in the early innings of the game. But we made up for it there in the 5th inning. We had some great at bats. I thought Bain provided a spark for us by hitting the ball in the gap there and getting the rally going. And we had obviously some really good at bats after that, and it was enough because of how good our pitching and defense was.
What do you think went right for Gilbert tonight? It seemed like he was much better with those 2-strike pitches.
Yeah, well, he was spotting his fastball on the outside corner, which was a lot of the game plan. They had a predominantly right-handed hitting lineup, and they looked to really pull the ball a lot. But he was also getting ahead of the hitters a lot with his off-speed pitches, and they were laying off of him, but he was dropping them in there for strikes. And when he got into 2-strike counts, he made some real good pitches. What do you have, about 7 strikeouts, I think? Yeah, so that was good to see that he had a little killer instinct once they had 2 strikes, and was able to put guys away by making them chase out of the zone a little bit. So I just think it was the way he's capable of pitching, and I was really happy to see him have a great game like that.
What does that do for his confidence and your confidence in him having this outing?
Well, I've always had confidence in him, and I think he's always had confidence. He's a 3rd-year guy, and he's pitching a lot of big games for us, and he's had a lot of success in his career here. But, nobody likes to let their team down or feel like they let their team down. So I'm sure he wanted to go out there and make a statement tonight that we could all count on him and not to worry. And I think he put our any worries that anybody might have at ease tonight.
First 2 times through the lineup against their starting pitcher, like you said, like almost nothing.
Yeah.
Was it maybe just seeing him 2 times through and getting that third?
I don't know. You got to give him a lot of credit. He was dropping that breaking ball in there for a strike almost all the time, and we just started telling our guys, look, just because it's not straight doesn't mean you have to take it. And he left some curveballs up. I don't know if he started getting tired a little bit, but his curveball didn't seem to have quite as much bite in the 5th inning there, and actually we got real aggressive on off-speed pitches. Sean told the hitters, instead of just taking it because it's a curveball, if it's up in the zone, go ahead and attack it. There's no rule that says you can't hit curveballs as well. And I think we just got more aggressive and started attacking the ball more and started hitting some balls with authority.
Just generally speaking, what does it do for a team to get 2 starting pitching performances like that?
Gosh, it's everything, James. I mean, your starting pitchers are the most important players on your team. They set the tone for the whole game. And, in our league, if you don't have at least 2 good starting pitchers, you're going to have a tough time competing for anything significant. And I think Zach has put to rest any concerns about whether or not he can make the transition to be a starter. And tonight's outing, I told you Caleb threw the ball a lot better his second outing than he did his first, and today obviously he was magnificent. He didn't throw as hard today as he did last week, but his command was really good. And he was putting the ball right where he wanted most of the night, and he was throwing his slider for strikes, and his changeup was really good tonight as well. So it gives us a lot of confidence moving forward. And now we got to see what we can do about tomorrow. AJ's going to start the game, and hopefully he can get us off to a good start. And then we're going to probably try to extend Mikhail Hilliard right after AJ and see if he can give us a guy that can pitch some length in a game as well. So it'll be a big game for us tomorrow. This Southeastern team beat us earlier this week, and they came here and had a good come-from-behind victory earlier today. So I'm sure it's going to be a very spirited game tomorrow and very intense, and hopefully we'll play well, find a way to win.
Do you think your guys are going to want to get a little revenge with midweek?
Yeah, I don't doubt that. you know, I have a lot of respect for Southeastern Louisiana and their coach, Matt Reiser. I've said that at every turn, and they played a terrific game the other night, and we had a chance right there at the end, and they turned a big double play to win the ball game. And now, you know, we get them in our ballpark, and I think we're determined to go out there and play a good ball game tomorrow, so hopefully we will.